Hello y'all, this is Linda from North Central Texas. I decided we're going to fix some baby back ribs in the oven this time. Not on the grill, but in the oven. So I've got my ribs right here. I'm going to start by seasoning them. I'm going to put on some garlic salt. Not garlic salt, garlic. Onion powder. And I've got some Memphis style barbecue sauce. Well, not sauce, barbecue rub. It's all the seasonings in there that you need for your barbecue. Just going to pat it down a little bit. And I'm going to put it right over there on the other side. Onion powder. Garlic powder. And my Memphis style barbecue seasoning or barbecue rub. And I put it on there generously. And I'm not going to close it up completely, but I'm going to close it up enough that it's not going to splatter or spit fat when it's cooking all over my stove. And I'm just going to go ahead and put them in my oven. And they're going to cook for about 2.5 to 3 hours, something like that, at 275. And I'll bring you back when I check on them later. I'm back. We're going to check our ribs, our baby back ribs here. They've been in there for 2.5 hours on 275 or close to 300. So we're going to check them. Woo. And they say if you can stick your fork in them like that without any resistance, they're done. So now what I'm going to do is take it out on a plate. Because you're supposed to cook it like 2.5 to 3 hours, something like that. Yeah, I think it's done. And we're going to get rid of this juice here. Get something to pour it out in. I don't want to pour that hot stuff down the sink. should be able just to Pour it right out here in this bowl. Because now what we're going to do, now you can make barbecue sauce or you can just use bottled barbecue sauce. I'm using Berman's squeezable honey barbecue sauce is what I'm going to use on them. And what I'm going to do is start by don't want that on there. But yeah, the membrane had already been taken off of this. So what I'm going to do is just rub barbecue sauce on the bottom. And like I said, you can make your own with a little bit of brown sugar, a tablespoon of vinegar, some ketchup, a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, lemon juice, a little bit of apple cider vinegar. And you can basically make your own barbecue sauce. I had this already, so I decided I was going to use this. Things are looking good, y'all. Now I'm just going to, because this is the bottom, I wanted it on the bottom as well as the top. Now what I'm going to do is put it back in that same pan. Right side up again. I've already got the barbecue sauce on the bottom. And now I'm going to put barbecue sauce on the top. Just cover it good, all around the edges, everywhere you can get it. If you need a little bit more, put a little bit more on there. Shouldn't take much. This is just a half of a rib rack. Now I'm going to kind of squinch this aluminum foil up a little bit because I'm going to put it in the broiler. Turn it on broil. And my broiler is so hard to get to. I mean, you can't see down in there. So I have to basically stand on my head. I don't want it too high up. put it on the bottom. I'm going to put my ribs right down in the broiler. And we're going to leave it and let it brown it a little bit. I couldn't resist doing that, y'all. That barbecue sauce is good. Anything with honey in it's good. And I don't know how I did it, but I got some on the stove, the door. Now we're just going to leave it in the broiler long enough to kind of crisp up the outside of it a little bit. Should only take a few minutes. But you don't want to walk away from it because you don't want your ribs to burn. And see, my broiler's way down there. Way down there at the bottom. And it's kind of hard to get to. That would have made some good gravy right there. We'll make good some beef bouillon, or pork bouillon, I'm sorry. These are pork ribs, baby back ribs. But we just want these to crisp up a little bit. So we'll leave them in there a couple of minutes and see what happens. And they should be real good. I hear them down there already. I got to crisp up some. Move this back here a little ways and maybe you can see the broiler door when I open it. I was having a late night dinner tonight. I've learned from experience, if you hang a towel on your oven door, do remove it if you're using your broiler. Because you know what happened to me one time? I had my towel hanging on my oven door, and I was using the broiler, and I kept going in and out of the broiler. I set the towel on fire. That's right, I set the towel on fire. I had to pull the towel out and throw it in the sink because it was in flames. Scared me to death. So I've never left my towel on my oven door since. Not if I'm using the broiler. Check these again. They're starting to sizzle up a little bit. So it shouldn't take long now. Should only take a couple of minutes in the broiler if you get your broiler good and hot. But those are going to be some good baby back ribs, y'all. Going to be really good baby back ribs. Let's see if I can move this back any further. Yeah, I still got a little dish of pecans on my counter from Christmas. Cat food. Well, I was thinking I would not cut my head off, but I did. Let's check it again. I can smell them and I don't want them to burn. If they haven't burnt already. Leave them in there just a couple more minutes. It doesn't take them long. That's the reason you can't walk away from them. You've got to stay and watch your ribs, because you don't want them to burn. They're looking good, y'all. Just a couple more minutes. Get them good on that back side, because I didn't have them far in there. I mean, baby back ribs are just about the easiest thing in the world to fix. Go ahead and turn that off, because that flame will burn a few minutes even after it's turned off. They look good, y'all. Let's bring the camera over here so you can see real good. Don't they look good? Let me get a knife. I mean, look at that. Don't they look good? Look at those ribs. Those are looking good. It's too hot for me to pick up and bite, so I'm just gonna cut a little bit off. And taste. Y'all take a bite of my ribs. Don't that look good? Dear Lord, bless this food I'm about to eat. Amen. They're perfect, y'all. Oh my God. They are totally perfect. Look at that. Look at that in there. I'd rather pick them up and bite them, but it's too hot. So I'm going to do this. Take another bite. Don't that look good? Fix you some ribs, y'all. Mmm. Oh my God, that is so good. Mmm. I got a bone in there. A little bitty one. But yeah, y'all fix you some ribs. You saw how easy it was. It goes great with potato salad, coleslaw, macaroni and cheese, anything you like to fix with it. But look at that. That looks good, y'all. So I'm going to let you go and I'm going to enjoy my ribs. Y'all have a blessed day. Look at these ribs. Look at that, y'all. So tender through. They're done through and through. Baby back ribs.